has been dubbed as the Cistern Chapel, the Cathedral on the Marsh, in an effort to try and eradicate the Great Stink of 1858. This facility opened. It evolved from the mind of Sir Joseph Bazalgette, one of the most distinguished civil engineers of the 18th century, and with his other creations in water sanitation, cholera was removed from the waters of London. This facility is wrapped in long-gone history, years of decay, and influential Victorian architecture. Welcome to Crossness. Today it is in the process of renovation, and recently reopened its doors to the public on the 15th of August of this year. The station's staff are hoping to bring the pumping station back to full working order, whilst keeping some remnants of the past that serve as a reminder of the damage of time. On the 2nd of December 2016, we were given exclusive access to the Crossness pumping station to gain a further insight into the history of the facility, as well as seeing the station in its current state.
Right? This is crazy.
I'm Mike Jones, I'm the company secretary of the Trust.
So when was the pumping station built?
This building was opened in 1865 and would have been built between 1863 and 1865 as part of the whole of the sewer system that was built between 1859 and 65.
Who was the pumping station built by?
It was designed by Joseph Bazalgette, built by William Webster, whose name is up there somewhere. The pumping station was built by William Webster, but was designed, or the system was designed by Joseph Bazalgette. So it's part of a larger system that spans the whole of London.
Why was the pumping station built?
It was built as a result of quite a lot of work that took place over a number of years. The history of it really goes back to the beginning of the century with the introduction of the flushing toilet in the 1800s. Increasing popularity led to cesspits overflowing. The tributaries of the Thames became open sewers. The Thames itself became an open sewer. And eventually in 1858, the year of the Great Stink, Parliament decided they had to do something, and it engaged the Metropolitan Board of Works to design and deliver a sewage system for the whole of London. The reason the building is here is that Bazalgette calculated that if you could get the sewage and dirty water out to this point and dump it into the river, it would actually be dispersed out to sea. Whereas in 1858, certainly during the hot summer, the sewage was flowing backwards and forwards in front of the House of Commons, and the smell was so bad that the MPs who only recently moved into that building were thinking in terms of going to Henley-on-Thames as a cleaner environment.
Have there been any problems in the past?
Sorry, what sort of problems?
With the mechanisms and stuff like that?
No, the system works very well. It's if you bear in mind that Bazalgette designed this system for a population of about 4 million. He actually built into some redundancy during the 1860s. The population of London is now 8.7 million, and Bazalgette's sewer system is still the backbone of the sewer system we use today. So there were obviously problems in building, but I think by and large the system works well and continues to work well.
What's it like working here?
I should explain that we're all volunteers, and every one of us is here because we think this place is worth preserving for future generations, and it's valuable in terms of its architectural importance. The wrought iron work is amazing, and so forth. In terms of what it's like, it's a bit odd really, because everybody's very committed. So you tend to get arguments because people are committed. People have different views about how we should move forward and so forth. But when you bear in mind that everyone's a volunteer and there's a lot of commitment, it really is quite a positive environment to work in. Everybody wants this place to succeed, basically, and that shows up in many different ways.
So, how many years have you been working here?
I've been involved with the Trust for coming up for 21 years now. I came here as a result of my father-in-law building a garden railway. And there was an exhibition here of garden railway products that he wanted to see. So I brought him to that exhibition and just said to my wife before we left, I just want to pop in and see the engines. I walked in here and was just dumbfounded by what I saw. I live 10 minutes away by car, was totally unaware of this place. And walking in just took my breath away, as it does with most people when they walk in. So that prompted me to join the Trust the following week, and I've been very much involved ever since.
Why does each engine have the name it does?
The engines are called Victoria, Albert Edward, Alexandra and Prince Consort. They're named after members of the royal family. I make the point when I talk to people that if we build a sewage pumping station today and named the engines Elizabeth, Philip, Camilla and Charles, it would probably be seen as a bit of an insult, because these engines here are here purely to pump sewage. But I think the reasons they're named after the members of the royal family, and they were named from the outset with those names, is that the Victorians took a tremendous pride in the work they do, certainly in terms of public engineering works and so forth. So it's a reflection of the importance of the site, it's a reflection of the importance of the work that the Metropolitan Board of Works did. And it's probably a fitting memorial to all the things they did.
How old is the building?
The building was opened in 1865, so it's coming up to its 152nd anniversary. As I said earlier, it was built between 1864 and 65, quite quickly really, and started work in 1865.
This facility is wrapped in long-gone history, years of decay, and influential Victorian architecture.